Alright guys, so this video here I'm going to make on steering wheel cleaning because this is one of the best ones that I've had in a while as far as makeup and just dead skin goes. Hopefully you can see here as like, look at all this and then look right here. And it should be very obvious, you know, this looks black, you know, and all this that I already did, but I did this little part right here and then I stopped and I was like, man, I want to make a video to show, you know, if you come across, it's so easy to come across steering wheel, or not even think about the steering wheel, but you know, even if you do come across them, and it looks like it's just real faded out and cracked and you think, you know, there's just nothing you can do for it, or hopefully, a little spot there, hopefully you do not take dress, even if it's a water-based dressing that, you know, isn't greasy. I never put it on steering wheels and the brake and gas pedal. It's just too big of a liability, and I've found that even though they say non-greasy, they still feel slick to me when they're dry. So I just never want to do that. And if you put dressing on this, it would probably help cover it up. It'd probably make it look darker, richer. And so I think that's why a lot of people do that right there, is to cover this up instead of clean it. But I just want to show that, you know, even one, this is, you know, pretty bad. This is, you know, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but this is caked up. And this is not a older vehicle, guys. I'm not exactly sure what year this is. Hopefully y'all can hear me. There's a lot of background noise. I had to turn the air conditioner off because I know that would sound like wind in the background. But anyways, this is not an older vehicle. This is a fairly new vehicle. I think she's only had it for a couple of years, and I'm pretty sure she bought it brand new. So, and all, you know, all these buttons and stuff I already did. You know, everything, you can see everything she touches on a pretty regular basis. Now you can't anymore because I already did it. You know, like I said, I wanted to stop at the steering wheel because this was about the worst. But I'm just saying, and I haven't gotten everything because this gear shifter still got some on it. But when it's this bad and this noticeable, I can't let it go. And this is supposed to be a basic job. This is, you know, this is one of the people that they just don't, you know, have the money or don't want to pay to get it detailed. And I wish I would have showed y'all what condition this vehicle. It was nasty. It was nasty. It hadn't been cleaned in a long time, obviously. So I wish I would have showed y'all that. But you know, this was supposed to be a cleaning job, and the outside is bad too. And I might make a video on that, on decontamination and bug removal, so look for that. But yeah, you know, this was supposed to be a basic job, and so I consider this getting into detailing. I mean, you know, I guess it's just because it's so time consuming. When a vehicle's this bad, you know, you've got to spend so much time cleaning it and just getting it up to par that you don't even have time to go into detailing. Like, you know, all these little cracks, you know, with my brush. I don't know if I showed y'all this Valet Pro brush that I got, but I actually really like this thing. Got it off Amazon. This is a real wooden handle, and these are chemically resistant bristles. They are made out of some kind of synthetic material, but I really like them. I do recommend this brush. It might be like 12 bucks. But anyways, you know, getting in all the just cracks and crevices. That basically what I'm trying to say is that, you know, a guy that only does car washes, you know, I know there's a lot of guys that they say they detail, but in reality, just, you know, just, it's car washing. It's, you know, just super basic, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's a customer for everybody. And if that's something you want to do, start out with, you know, that's, I mean, you got to start somewhere. That's, you know, at the end of the day, that's where I started out. It was just a long time ago. But because my mother owned a detail shop before I was born. So, you know, I've got an advantage in that point, but not everybody does. And so you got to start somewhere. And I get that. I don't down anybody that, now, unless you're just, you know, trying to deceive people and saying, hey, I'll detail your vehicle, and then not give them what they pay for. But most people now, they, you know, they just say detail and they're referring to a car wash, you know. So then, you know, most people, when I tell them a price, or a lot of people around here where I live, when I tell them a price, they're like, are you crazy, man? Like, for a car wash? And that's where I have to explain, no, this is, you know, obviously I can do just a car wash. I don't love doing it because I feel like the job is incomplete when I leave. I just prefer, you know, detailing. But and that's, you know, it's kind of where I get caught up in these scenarios where, you know, most people would have just slapped a dressing over this. I highly against that for safety reasons, but they'd have done that, or they'd have just left it alone because they, you know, fear of cleaning it. But let me get back to, you know, I've rambled on and forgot that I wanted to show y'all. So what this is this came from the Dollar General. This is like a non-abrasive pad. It's not super coarse. It looks like it's super coarse, but it's really not. It's almost like the same material as the carpets that they're putting down these days, the Nightmare carpet. That's what I compare the Nightmare carpet to, is these little things right here. But it works perfect for scenarios like this. Now, you can use just microfiber. That's what I was doing these test spots on. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but like right there is a spot of her makeup, because this is supposed to be white, and I've done other spots. Well, yeah, this spot here was also her makeup. Just, you know, the stuff I did around here, and these back here. This one was really bad. She obviously touches that a lot because it's the blinker. But yeah, I wanted to stop and I wanted to show y'all, you know, how bad this actually was and how easy it can be. And I've got my Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner here, diluted 10-to-1. It's pretty good stuff. You know, usually I would just use Super Clean, but I just like having this in the arsenal. It's not super expensive. So let me, all right, I want y'all to get a look at that and see, you know, what it looks like. Let me come in here and, you know, and I'm not putting down a ton of pressure. Microfiber does a good job of, you know, having some bite to it if you're using the short nap side, not the long nap side. Long nap side I use more for absorbing liquids, and the short nap side is more for, you know, to have that bite. But, you know, just a little squirt of Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner or whatever all-purpose cleaner you want to use. But something like just O&R, you know, I've tried it and it just it doesn't break down the makeup. It doesn't take it off, even with using a microfiber or a scrub brush. Or it takes forever. So something as simple as an all-purpose cleaner can speed this up and make your life a lot easier. And that's a lot of detailing, man. It's just, you know, the right tool, the right chemical can make your life so much easier, do the job so much quicker, and deliver better results at the same time. So hopefully y'all can see that there. You know, I just spent a second. Now, you know, granted, I was taking my time. I wasn't, you know, I could have done that much faster, but, you know, I was talking to y'all and I just wanted to show it doesn't take much effort. However, I do want to show, if I can, yeah, I do want to show using this real quick, and let's just see if it works any faster, because this is got more bite to it. You know, I don't like using the word abrasive, just, and that's, you know, technically what it is, but just because and I've got, I wanted to say, you know, now I sprayed the liquid directly on the thing, but you can see where some of it got on my towel. And so sometimes the way I've seen some people do this, they, you know, they take a towel and put it down, because sometimes, you know, the liquid in that makeup and stuff will drip down, and you don't want to get especially if you've already cleaned it. It is a good idea to clean something like this before you don't want to do this last, what I'm saying. But by doing something as simple as just putting down something, you know, so you don't get liquid. But, and now, you know, I said that this thing is non-abrasive, and trying to think of the best way to I don't know how to describe it. It's got more bite or aggression than a microfiber most of the time, but at the same time it's not so aggressive that you've got to worry about, like if you were using it on the dash or something, where it's going to scratch the dash all up. I know it, you know, it can look scary, these things, because there are they do make the, I forget what they're called right now, but you know, there's a big name brand that most people call these, Scotch Brite or something maybe, but there is those that are abrasive, that are meant to be abrasive. For some reason there's a little, if y'all can see that spot right here, if it'll focus, I don't know, let's wipe it off and see. And I kind of like using a white towel. It doesn't matter what you use, but I kind of like using a white towel just to see what I'm actually picking up. So, you know, that's not perfect. It's not getting in those cracks and crevices. And you know, I didn't go really up in these seams. I just stayed down here. But that was the first go with this thing. I've had these forever and I hardly ever use them because I forget about them. So I just wanted to try it out and make a video, you know, mainly about the steering wheel, but I wanted to show you using a microfiber too, because it honestly looks like, you know, I'm gonna go back in here and hit it. I don't want this video to be terribly long, which kind of already is, but you know, for the people, I'm one of the people that, you know, I go on, I don't watch YouTube on my phone. I watch it from my Xbox or the computer. And so I'm usually laying down at night, and instead of watching TV shows, I watch YouTube videos. And so I love watching, as long as it's a video that keeps, you know, as long as there's information in it, you know, or something useful or whatever, then I enjoy watching the longer videos. Like, I'll just, you know, go ahead and say, like, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction, shout out to you, Scott, if you still make my videos. I need to talk to you soon. But you know, when he first started making videos, you know, people were complaining about, you know, oh, they're too long, and I don't think I've had anybody say that to me yet. So hopefully, you know, those of you that watch my videos are kind of feel the same way as me, that, you know, you sit down, if you're going to watch one of my videos, you know it's not the shortest video, and you don't necessarily want it to be the shortest video because you're looking to learn something, or find something useful, you know, or get an opinion that might help you decide something, because that's really the videos I like watching. And so, you know, that's just me. I wouldn't want to, you know, even if I had people telling me, you know, oh, your videos are too long, I wouldn't want to change to suit them, because, you know, that, in my opinion, that's the wrong type of crowd. And I'm not out here to get the most subscribers as possible. You know, I want to be able to help people and do for people what other people have done for me. I mean, I've learned a lot, gotten a lot out of Scott with Dallas Paint Corrections videos. And you know, before he started making them, I watched Darren with Auto Fetish, and he's one that has longer videos, if you haven't seen his. Now, just to me, that's still drying up, but it almost looked like the microfiber came in and a little better. So in this particular scenario, like I said, this is supposed to be non-abrasive. So, you know, in this scenario, it might look like the microfiber is doing a better job than, see if I can find a spot. Microfiber is maybe doing a better job than this little scrub pad. So, but there are situations where this scrub pad, you know, is useful. They're extremely cheap. It's probably like a pack of 10 of them for $1. So, you know, they're cheap as chips. I'd rather, you know, buy those, and even if there's a one-time use, if I get to use it for a whole vehicle and I'm, you know, cleaning a nasty interior or something, you know, even if I have to throw it away, you know, what is that, 10 cents? So, you know, versus buying some special detailing scrub brush or something. I probably should have put more cleaner on that. But like I said, this thing is, I'm not putting a lot of pressure, and I'm not going fast because I'm holding this camera. I don't want to shake y'all to death. But you know, in these cracks and stuff, you know, the microfiber probably won't get it all, and that's where you know, your brush can come in handy, you know, to get those. In this particular scenario, I'm not going for perfection. I'm going for greatly improved, doing it the right way without putting dressing on. So, you know, but either way, you know, the scrub brush work, it just didn't get in these cracks and crevices. Actually, you know what, I'm sitting here looking at it through the screen. Hey, in person, it did get it too. It absolutely got it. So I guess it's the way the light is reflecting. It's making all this look like it's still white. Now back behind here, I didn't do it, and it still is, but it's in the camera, or at least in my screen, it's making this look like it's still white. I don't know if y'all, you know, when you watch it on yours, if you'll be able to see, but it absolutely did get this too, same as over here. It did get in those cracks, because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, it did a really good job up here, and this has got texture to it. So yeah, I was just looking at it through the screen this time and didn't notice, but hey, it did a real good job just using the microfiber, and evidently it didn't do a bad job with the scrub pad. The reason I went back in with the microfiber was because I thought it would that it was doing a better job previously than the little scrub pad. So, but yeah, you know, I know this video is already 16-17 minutes long, so it'll be like a 20-minute video, but I just wanted to show y'all that. Like I said, I hope y'all get something from the videos, and I really enjoy when people leave comments and ask questions. And so, you know, like I said, that tells me that people are interested in the videos that I'm making, and you know, that makes me want to put more videos out. And especially, you know, I've said it time and time again, where if y'all want to see a video on something specific, you know, I might be able to do that for you, and that'd be pretty cool in my opinion. So I would like to interact with y'all more, so feel free always, you know, leave a comment. And you know, like when I watch things on my Xbox, it doesn't, or at least I don't know how to leave a comment, so I have to go on through my cell phone and leave a comment through my cell phone. But I'm pretty sure that's how, or you know, if you're using a laptop and a cell phone, I think are probably the two most used ways. When I looked it up, the Xbox is like by far the lowest, I think, or game consoles. But you know, that's how I do it. But it's so there's a lot of times that I wouldn't leave comments, and so I get that. But you know, if you're using your cell phone or a laptop, you know, just punch you something in there. You know, I'm not doing, I don't want just attention. Like, I don't want you to, you know, give me a pat on the back. You know, I want you to actually ask a question or say something that you liked from the video, and that gives me an idea of what I'm doing right, what I might be doing wrong, what I should do in the future, you know, that kind of thing. So you know, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this one. And like I said, look out for that video. I'm gonna try to make it, the outside of this thing is disgusting. If y'all can see those bug splatters that are baked on, so I might make a video on that with Citral. That should be a good video. The front of this thing is lit up, and since it's white paint, it really shows those bugs. So that'll probably be a good video. I don't think I've made a video on Citral alone like that. And then I also, if I have time, I want to make a video using the Meguiar's Ultimate All Wheel Cleaner, the retail product. I said in a video in the past that I use that stuff for doing a chemical decontamination to remove like your ferrous metals, you know, the rust and all that stuff you see in white paint. And since this is white paint, you know, it shows up. And so I've been waiting for a good opportunity to do it. Hopefully I'll have time, and I'll have some shade, because I really don't like using that stuff in the blazing hot direct sunlight, which is what I'm in right now. There's absolutely no shade around here. So but yeah, guys, y'all look out for those. And till then, Y'all either be good or be good at it.